Welcome, welcome, welcome. We found the leopards. There they are. So the mom and both the babies are here. Now this is one of Africa's most stealthy cats. So I wonder if she's had a successful day hunting. I don't think so. And she's come back to where she hid the cubs. Let's just try and get into a slight better position. Isn't this exciting, guys? Leopards, not one, but 3. Okay, so it is very hot, so they're hiding in the shade a little bit. So that's the mommy there. Oh, she's moving a little bit. Now, if we watch her, oh, I'm trying to see if the babies are going to pop out. And there's a baby, one baby to the left of her and one baby to the right of her. So just hiding in that shade there is a little female. Look at that, there we go. I can't see whether it's the little girl or the little boy. It looks like the little girl. Her name is Xongile, which means exquisitely beautiful. Hi, Claire. Claire's wondering how big can leopards grow. Well, Claire, that one there, that's an adult female. She probably weighs 90 to 100 pounds. Oh, you can see the other baby behind her. There's the other cub, the young male. And a big male leopard can get to probably about 180 pounds in this area. And so, oh, big cat. So a big male leopard would weigh about the same as me. Not nearly as big as a lion, of course. A big male lion can weigh 450 pounds. Now, we're quite lucky. Normally at this time of the day they'll be fast asleep, but she might have made a kill somewhere. She might have just come back. We spotted her walking back towards the cubs, so she might have been coming to fetch the cubs. Now, Jasmine's wondering why leopards have their patterns, and there you can see why, Jasmine. It's so they can hide. It breaks up their outline. It enables them to be camouflaged, so they can hide when they try to catch their dinner. Okay, let's get a bit closer. Now, hi, Jewel. Jewel wants to know, what do leopards do when they're hunting for food? Well, Jewel, leopards are ambush predators. So if they see an antelope, they'll then sneak up to it. And when they're very close, maybe 10 or 12 feet, well, they then burst out and they can go very, very fast. And then they jump onto the animal and then they'll eventually grab it by its throat and stop it breathing. Did you see where she went? Looking where the mom went. Ah, there she is. Okay, let's just get into a good spot. Katie's wondering, are leopards carnivores? Now what that means, do leopards eat meat, Katie? There we go, she's out in the open. Oh, she's about to disappear into the shade there. I'm hoping she lies down. That looks like a good shady spot when it's hot. Are you going to lie down? Her name is Karula. Now, Katie, leopards are carnivores. They only eat meat. And they will sometimes chew on a bit of grass, but their main diet is meat. Okay, let's move again. You can see there's the little male. sleeping in the shade there. You got him? Here he is. Now we can see those spots of a leopard working as camouflage, because only with the zoom can we spot him. Blessing would like to know how old the leopard cubs are. Blessing, they're nearly 10 months old. Now that's the little boy. His name is Hosana, which means the little prince. Balin's wondering, how do the leopards survive in this heat? Well, Balin, the trick is have a snooze in the shade and don't move too much. So leopards can't sweat, so they don't generally move around too much when it's very hot. And the way they cool down, you can see that little boy is panting heavily, so he's breathing very quickly. And what he's doing while he does that is there's lots of blood vessels on his tongue and in his mouth. Oh, Karula's going to come out into the open. There she is. So, as I was saying, so there are lots of blood vessels. So what happens is all the hot blood goes into their mouth, and they breathe quickly, bringing cool air over their tongue, and that then cools down that blood and sends the cool blood to the rest of their body, and that's how leopards cool down. Patience is wondering, how do we know what animal it is just by seeing their footprints? Whoa. Well, Patience, it's because I've been doing this a long time and I've had very good teachers, and every time you see an animal make a footprint, we go look and double check and learn. But while we've been looking at Mom and the little brother, the little female has snuck right up next to us. There she is. Hello, beautiful. Oh, and snork around behind us. So she snuck up out of nowhere to right next to us. And it looks like Mom might be leaving the babies here to go hunting again. Hi, Kristen. Kristen would like to know, are leopards good climbers? They are very good climbers, Kristen. Out of all the big cats, they're the best climbers. They're able to jump up all sorts of trees. Now I'm just going to try to see where the mom's going. There she is up ahead. Hi, Preston. Preston's wondering, look at that, you can see how good that camouflage is. Preston's wondering, do leopards stay in packs? They don't. You'll only ever find leopards together when there's a mom and babies, and sometimes when the female is looking for a boyfriend. Other than that, they are mostly solitary, so they stay by themselves. Now I think Mom's going to go hunting, and so mostly leopards hunt at night, but this particular female likes to hunt during the day. Hi, Jordan. Jordan wants to know, do we name all the animals? Well, not all the animals, but the leopards we do, Jordan, and the male lions, the ones we see regularly, we do name. And occasionally the odd wildebeest, Jordan. There's a wildebeest to the east of us that he looks very funny to me, so I named him Gnormless Gnorman the Gnu. Of course, Gnu is another name for wildebeest. Okay, well, we're going to wait here and see what these leopards do. While we do that, let's go see what Jamie's up to on foot. So Mom's left the two cubs. Now the little female, look at her, she's stalking her brother. Now this is going to... There we go. Hello, big brother. Now, even though they're the same age, you can see how much bigger the little male is. So the males do get quite a bit bigger than the females. They also grow much faster. Look at that. Now Mom went off to the east of us. Let's just try and get into another good position for these little guys. Okay, hold on guys, isn't this exciting? We're spending time with baby leopards live in the African bush. Hello, Arun. There we go. Arun would like to know, are there more leopards or lions in Africa? In the whole of Africa, there are more leopards than lions because they live in the rainforests as well as in the savannah, and lions only live in the savannah. How's that? There we go. So lions only live in the savannah, leopards live in the rainforests and savannas, so there are more leopards in the whole of Africa than lions. So this is what happens when mom goes hunting. They lie down like this and they'll wait for her to come back and fetch them if she catches something. Now, Blair would like to know, are there different types of leopards? In Africa, we've got one species of leopard, Blair, but there are other types of leopards, and you have snow leopards, clouded leopards that aren't directly related to these leopards, Amur leopards in Russia, but they are quite closely related. They're the most adaptable of the big cats. They can live in rainforest, they can live in desert, they can live in savannah, they can live next to the beach, they can live up in the mountains. So they can almost live anywhere, which makes them an incredible cat. Here we go, you can see her breathing heavily, trying to cool down. Jaden is wondering, what do leopards eat? Jaden, they eat small to medium-sized antelope normally, so they will eat some antelope as big as a white-tailed deer, but normally a bit smaller than that. But they also eat squirrels and mongoose and insects and birds, whatever they can catch. Tambuti tree on the northern side of that Shkova. I'm around there. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just trying to help Abel come find us. And Jewel would like to know, are leopards stronger than lions? They are not. Lions are the strongest cats in Africa, and they're much, much stronger than leopards. And also, lions are very dangerous for leopards, because if a lion sees a leopard, it'll try catch it and kill it. Now, Jordan's wondering, do leopards migrate? They don't really migrate, so they will have a territory. The males will migrate when they get to about 2.5, 3 years old. Oh, off they go. They might go for a drink. There's a little bit of water close by there. Oh, it's still, there we go. That's where her brother went. He just went for a drink. There's a little dry pan there. So the males will migrate away from where they were born, but the females will almost always stay close to where they were born. But they don't migrate in the normal sense of the word migration. Oh, look, she's going to go. Look at that. So they're playing. So this stalking is practice hunting, and they practice on each other. And they do a lot of this when mom leaves them alone when she goes to look for food. Well, he's coming back towards us. Hello, mister. Where are you off to? Hello, mister. Now, Katie's wondering, how long is a leopard's tail? Well, Katie, it depends on the leopard. Normally, it's almost the same size of its body without the head. So it all depends on how big the leopard is. 1.6 meters to 1.8 meters normally. So the little female is still sitting up there, but I think she might follow her brother. But let's look at her while she's sitting so nicely out in the open. Okay, well, we're going to wait to see what these leopards do next. While we do that, let's see how Jamie's hunting for lions on foot is going. Well, here we go. They're just exploring around this area where their mom left them. And that's normal. I can't see where the little boy is. That's the little girl we're following there now. I wonder where her brother's hiding. He's around there somewhere. Oh, has she spotted him? She's just looking for him. And you can see that little white tip to the tail. Now, all leopards have that. It's called a following mechanism. So when babies are following the mom, they can see that white tip and follow her. Okay, now they've got to a difficult spot. I'm going to have to try and move around. Wait, is she going to pop out again? We just want to wait 1 minute, have a quick look. 1 second, maybe not 1 minute. 1 minute's a bit long. I just want to see if she's going to come down off and joining us again. So far, your questions have been great. Keep them coming. We love hearing from you. Okay, now we're going to move. See if we can get a nice view of her again. We don't want to fall into the hole. No, we're not going to fall into the hole, don't worry. Okay, let's see if we can get a view of these wonderful leopards. Can you see her? Or him? Oh look, there they are. There he is. Lying down right there next to the other game drive car. And it's been so wonderful having Malibu, Torwood and Providence Elementary with us on the school drive. Guys, it's been absolutely splendid, but it's time to say goodbye. Hopefully we'll see you on drive again soon. So from all of us here at Safari Live, toodaloo for now. Gone. So, where's the other trouble? It's gone behind there, but there we go. It's still little Xongile is still sleeping in the shade. Hosana's gone on a wander somewhere. And it is quite warm today, so it's not unusual for the leopards not to be very active. Now, interestingly enough, Karula has gone off hunting. Now, she does hunt quite a lot in the heat. Let's see how long it takes before little Xongile gets lonely again and goes to look for her brother. Sleepy kitties. Now, this is live, so we can't predict what's going to happen next. There could be a flurry of action, or they could just keep sleeping. Now, that is the joy of being live. And remember, this is also interactive. Hashtag Safari Live on Twitter, or questions at WildEarthTV. If you'd like to ask us any questions about these incredible cats, or even just this area in general. Hi, Tanith. Tanith would like to know what language are the leopards named in. They're named in Xitsonga, or sometimes called Shangaan. It is the local language in this part of South Africa, in the sort of northeastern areas along the border of Mozambique. The language extends into both Mozambique and South Africa. And Tan's also like to know how many languages I speak. Well, I speak quite a few badly, Tanth, but well, I probably English, Afrikaans, a bit of Zulu. My Shangaan is not very good, barely passable, in fact, and some Swahili. And that's about what I can really get by, and I can also get by a little bit in Tswana and Sotho, but again, not very well. Hi, Bavukile, and Bavukile is wondering, is it safe for Karula to just leave her cubs by themselves, or is there any danger? I mean, there's always danger, Bavukile. We are out in the African bush. A lion could wander in, a leopard could, a male leopard who's unrelated to them, a young nomadic male might wander in. But if she doesn't go out hunting, they would certainly die because they wouldn't get any food. And to take them hunting is a big problem. As they're often boisterous when they're moving, and they chase all the potential dinner species away. So it's as safe as it can be for them to be left in an area like this. There's lots of good hiding spots and climbable trees, and even at this age they are quite alert. Now, Paul's wondering, why don't leopards hyperventilate to cool off? Well, Paul, in hyperventilation, you would actually increase your heart rate, so it would actually have the opposite effect from cooling off. It would actually heat them up. And of course, there's danger of passing out when you hyperventilate too much, etc. And they haven't developed it. They don't have a need to hyperventilate. So they're quite happy just panting and lying in the shade and minimizing their movements to avoid overheating. But while we sit with a very warm little Xongile, hopefully Hosana makes his way back just now. But let's go find out how Jamie's lion tracking is going. Sitting here, Hosana and Xongile haven't really moved. They're flat cats. And Karula's off hunting, and we know where the cubs are. So I'm going to put it up to you guys. Should we go see what else we can find on this sunny Monday afternoon? Or should we sit here and wait to see if Karula comes back? Now, there's always a chance we might bump Karula somewhere on our wanderings. I got a general idea where she was heading. She was hunting towards Mumba Road. So we might take a dabble around there. She might head down to the Milwaukee. But it's up to you guys. Let me know. Do you want to stay here? Or do you want to move on? We're going to just put the hashtag Safari Live on. Should we stay or should we go? I don't think there's going to be too much action. We can come back and check in here a little later, but I think there's pretty much going to be flat cats for the next hour or so. Remember, hashtag Safari Live on Twitter, or questions at WildEarthTV. While we're sitting here with a flat cat, let's have a look at a tree or two. Now, let's have a look at this tree that's right next to us. Let's get you a little leaf here. There we go. I'm going to pop it on the dashboard for you. So, who knows what tree this is? Actually, I'm going to tell you what tree this is. So it's quite a difficult one, just from where it's growing and the way it's growing. It doesn't look quite normal to what it does, and you can see there's a very new growth on the leaves, and there's very fine hair on it. There we go. You can see the little fine hairs catching the sunlight as I move it from side to side. Oh, to there. Okay. So it is one of the bush willows, the combretums. And this one looks like russet bush willow that's just got a nice new flush of new leaves. And of course, a lot of the trees have just got a flush of new leaves, and it's been really, really dry. I mean, the worst drought experienced in over 100 years. And hopefully we do get some more rain, because the amount of rain we've had so far has been great, but it's not nearly enough to sort of counteract the lack of rain we had in the last wet season. Xongile not moving an inch. Little Hosana is somewhere just over there. Let's see what else is around the vehicle. What else can we spot from here while we wait to see whether we're going to stay or going to go? Okay, well, we can have a look at this. Have a look at this root system here quickly before we move on. It seems like everyone wants to go see what else we can find. We'll come back and check on the leopards a little later. There we go. There's a red bush willow that's been pushed over by elephants. But quite interesting, you can see there's almost two separate sets of roots when we look at the bottom. So the left-hand side already died, and the right-hand side kept living. So look at that. So there we go. There's the living roots. And that's what the elephants are mostly after when they push a tree down like that. They will feed off the branches, but they generally do go for the roots. And where we can see on the left there, a completely dead side, and the termites have started eating it. Okay, well, let's go see what else we can find as we travel through the African wilderness. And I've got some good news, because Byron's got another leopard.